How we're doing? Welcome back to another Get Heavy interview, and tonight we have Buried by My Heartache, which I'm very much looking forward to. I've already had a bit of banter on with the boys before we've gone and started the stream, and it's gonna be a funny one. I'm telling you now. It's not fucking mad as a box of frogs, as they say. So thank you very much, everyone, for checking us out early. I think we're just gonna hop straight into it. What do you think? But before we do, if anyone can confirm who's watching us live currently on Twitch, can you just confirm that the volumes sound okay? Can you hear me okay? Could you hear the music levels okay before we went live? If anyone could give us the thumbs up. Great songs to open with. Welcome to the band. Oh, buzzing. There we go. That's from Bags for Dice Champion. I'm guessing you can hear everything spot perfectly. So let's get the lads on in there. So, welcome. Buried by My Heartache. How the devil are you doing?
See something.
There we go. And this is what this stream's always needed, folks, right? Is a half-naked bearded man in bed.
Nah, this.
Breathe the nipple!
Oh, that's it. That's it. We're cancelled. We've seen a male nipple. That's it. We're done.
You cancelled.
We're cancelled. Right, that's it. Nice knowing you, everyone. Luckily enough, this is literally at midnight tonight. I've been doing this for 2 years, and it's good. It's good to be cancelled on 2 years.
Good luck with your future endeavours.
Well, we've lost Chip. What's
no, he's
Chip?
been cancelled.
He's back. He's back.
Oh, he's back. He's been redeemed.
Firstly,
been reinstated.
Firstly, lads, can I just say thank you so much for agreeing to do this. It's much appreciated.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, not a problem whatsoever. So, I always like to get a bit of backstory, because that's what we do these things for. We like to try and find out all more about you. So, where are all yous from? Where's the band from, shall we say?
Rolling UK, baby.
Rolling. Well, what part of the UK?
At Lincolnshire.
Lincolnshire, right? Sweet.
We hail from the town of Spalding.
Farmer country. There we go. One of them sounds Yorkshire. Different say it. Whatever you do. Right? I'm not gonna point out which one, because I might get a twat.
You twat.
So different point out, right? So how long have you been a band for, boys?
2018, isn't it?
Yeah, March 2018 was when me and Jazzy sort of came together, but we started writing music about May 2018, and it was later on in that year that we brought Mr. Matty 7 in. I went over to him randomly in Astor Car Park in Boston. I was like, "Hey, you play bass?"
Yes, you play bass? Yes. Audition for the band. Okay. And literally that weekend, it was, Matt, you free to do the audition this weekend? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's been a bit of a fuck up. Did anyone notice it? Because it was me.
No.
No, no one's noticed it. I didn't ask you your names. Introduce yourselves to the stream.
Oh.
Oh,
Hi, I'm the frontman, Monkey. Vocals, Mr. Growling Man, as they call me in the band.
Monkey, we'll get back to that. I want to get back to that nickname later on. So we've got Monkey on the vocals. Who else we got? We've got.
I'm Joe. I play guitar.
Joe's on guitar.
No, it's fine. He can go first. It's fine. I didn't want to talk.
Sexy man in the bed.
yo, I'm Chippy. The drummer.
There we're going. And
Pots and Pans Man.
Pots and Pans Man.
We do have to apologise to Jazz.
Had to think, what do I do again? I'm drunk.
Yeah, I had to think back on it. I've even got it tattooed on like the bottom and back so I don't forget, and also on my wrist.
On the bottom of your back so you don't forget. Do you can't see me back? What am I doing again?
Literally, I get behind the kit and go, wait, how's that go again? I literally have to ask that question near the start of every single song. How's that?
Dude, sweet.
And I take it yourself, Matty, you rock the bass as we've already just discussed there.
Yeah, bassist and the residential that guy. You know, I don't want to be that guy, but I am.
That guy.
He's always that guy in the band. I don't want to be that guy. We do have to make an apology for Jazzy, our other guitarist. Bless him,
we've got someone missing this evening.
Yeah, he's bless him. He's got some work stuff to do, so he sends his apologies, so he can't come in tonight.
Totally understandable. Totally understandable. You know, personal lives come first, of course. So, no worries. I hope he might be listening. You never know. He can always watch this back if he wishes.
Yeah, he did say he was going to later. So
brilliant. Like I say, it'll be on YouTube. Hopefully, I'll have it on there for tomorrow. So, we've discussed how long you've been a band. So, how did you all meet? How did you all get together? How did you become the Buried by My Heartache?
Well, it started off by me and Jazzy putting a post on Facebook when we first started the band. We got this response from Joe, and it was the profile picture that sold us both. It was so fabulous. It was beautiful. And so then we got Joe in, and I will always remember he put this incredible thing over We Will Rise. It was like some Turkish Egyptian thing. And then we put another post up saying that we wanted a lead singer. And then Mr. Growly Monkey Man came along and absolutely blew us all away.
Thanks, Jeff.
Amazing guys.
What was the profile picture that was so captivating?
What was it? Just my hair, or?
Yeah, you had purple hair and a red dress on, I think.
No, I know what it was. I had long black hair, and I had no eyebrows. I just looked like an alien.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I'm curious, Monkey, how's this nickname come to be? Out of curiosity.
I'm Mr. Growly, man.
It was being a resident northerner in Lincolnshire. I ended up getting it was used to be Northern Monkey because of Lock, Stock and Two Smoky Barrels. So I just ended up just stuck as Northern Monkey, and then eventually just got shortened to Monkey. So just ended up running with it for the last 20-odd 5 years, something like that. So yeah, nothing really interesting.
I wonder if anyone's clicked Who's the Yorkshireman yet.
Thanks.
I'm just going to jump in here, and I'm actually going to tell you the real origin story of Monkey's nickname. It's because he used to go around slapping his ass in public and throwing bananas at people, and they went, that cheeky monkey.
Cheeky little monkey.
There we go. You've just been outed for the real reason, mate. Live on Twitch.
I'm sorry, Monkey. I'm sick of the lies. We need to tell the people the truth.
It's out there. Twitch knows about it now, and soon YouTube will know about it afterwards.
Well, it's either the other coming Monkey or Grandad Simmons on the eldest. So.
Yeah, Zimmer Frame's on its way for his birthday this year, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Lovely.
No, I'm going into my 30s and I'm feeling old.
Really?
You're
that's
going
really
in your
cool, mate.
30s. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm 29. I'm 30 in 6 weeks.
It's just a Ben, man. Jesus.
What?
You're just a Ben.
A what?
It's a
Ben.
What's the
Babby.
bird?
Babby.
Yeah,
Ben.
baby.
What? A bird means a baby. What?
Ben. Oh, this
A
is
bear?
this
a bear?
isn't this isn't how to teach the Lincolnshire
Ben,
folks
as in
how to speak Geordie.
B-E-R-N.
Aye.
B-U-B-E. What?
Ben. A wee Ben. Wee little baby.
We Ben.
Wow.
You need
we-
to
no.
play in the tram because he says that in that.
Yeah.
Ah, it's a wee Ben.
It's like, do you call it a cob, a butty, a roll, or a bread cake?
Bread cake.
Food.
It's can't buddy me, mate.
A bun.
Buddy.
It's like when we have a Chinese over a Chinese food over here. It's like, you know, but to them it's just food.
Right.
You know.
Fucking hell.
Tell
So
me, how can 1 billion Chinese people be wrong?
true. That's very true. Very true. So the name, Buried by My Heartache. How did it come to be?
So that we originally was the Restless Assassins.
We'll get more into that in a second, okay?
Restless Assassins.
Yeah, that's what we came up with. And then one day, me and Jazz was working at the same factory together, and I just ran up to him, like I stopped the machine on the line, ran up to him, and went, "Buried by My Heartache." I just blurted out to him, and he went, "Oh, damn!" And yeah, from that, it was just there.
Just stuck.
Yeah, it stuck. It was a random thought, like an epiphany sort of thing, and I just ran up to Jen like,
That's
Right.
amazing.
So why change from Restless Assassins? Because that sounds pretty cool as well.
From the best.
Just sounds like a teenager band, you know what I mean? You're 13, 14, want to start a band.
It's not a phase, Mom, I swear.
I think it was because we were both experiencing some pretty heavy, like, love trauma, and it was a way to channel that almost, which is pretty much what our first 4 songs were about. Were about exes and feeling like crap, and Buried by My Heart. It just seemed to fit the emotion what we're feeling at the time, I suppose.
Nice. I'm curious what you're munching, by the way, Joe. It looks tasty.
I'm having a Ruby Murray.
Oh,
Yeah. Spicy.
proper spicy.
Oh, yeah, it's all right. It's a madras, lamb madras.
You eyeing up my booners?
So before you became Buried by My Heart, have you played in other bands? Have you always been in bands, or is it just
Yeah, I think with Monkey.
Yeah. I was in a 20-year band in Grantham called Roots. I was one of the founding members before we disbanded it all. It ended up being like a kicking a dog, I think, more than anything. So it was just wasn't feasible to carry on. And you know, as Chippy said, happening, I think probably must have been about 6 months, 8 months after when Roots shut down. I got the link from a mutual friend of ours, Carl. From on Facebook to say that we were looking for a vocalist. Not heard them before, and it's like I thought, can I just turn up? And went, yeah, go on, let's give it a shot. Why not?
I was just about to say, have you heard? Did you hear the band before? You went and tried out sort of thing.
No, just kind of just turned up, and that's it. And I think the first thing was as soon as we turned up, Jazz was waiting out in the middle of the road because he was living in the middle of nowhere, and he was like and just kind of got up into the driveway and stuff. And the first thing was massive hugs all round, and that was it. It was perfect. It was
just fitted in straight away, basically.
Yeah, straight away.
I moved up from Essex, and I just sort of bumped into these guys like 4 or 5 months being here, and that's how I've come about, really, joining the band. But before that, I was in London and just in the local scene there. Really, nothing really took off.
This is your first band, isn't it? Well, proper bands, is it?
Sort of. I mean, look, fun fact. I mean, I've been in punk bands. I've been in like metal bands. And we was talking about Richie Faulkner the little while ago.
Yeah.
I was basically Richie Faulkner used to play for a band called Lauren Harris, who's Steve Harris's daughter from Iron Maiden.
That's right.
And I was going to replace Richie Faulkner, so that's my little claim to fame. But it never happened. But
Wow.
I didn't know he joined Priest at the time. But what happened was he joined Priest like secretly, and they wanted a replacement guitar player. And Lauren called me up, and she said, "Do you want to like come audition for the band?" And the rehearsal space was literally round the corner from my work at the time. But then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she like emailed me, said, "Look, sorry, I've got like my mate doing it." I was like, but I'm glad it never happened because I wouldn't have been here.
I was just about to say, yeah, because if that happened, then obviously you wouldn't be part of Bull by My Heartache as well.
Not being rude towards Lauren, like, you know, bless her, but she ain't really doing much at the minute. So
she has been quite quiet at the minute, like, hasn't she?
yeah, she's done that album, and then like literally like 6 months later, she sort of disappeared. It was just mental, like, so I could have just went into that situation, and nothing would have come out of it. You just don't know. It is what it is. And then Richie obviously went off and done Judas Priest, and he's been with him ever since. So hat off to him.
Yeah, I was going to say because I know she used to do a lot of tour with her dad when Steve was with British Lion, didn't he? He's gone tour with that, didn't a lot.
Yeah, he's played around Lincolnshire a few times.
Yeah,
and that, and he played in London a few times. A few of my friends went and see British Lion.
Has she came and checked out Buried by My Heartache, Lauren? Out of curiosity.
Lauren, no, I don't talk to her, mate. To be honest,
Right,
I spoke to her briefly because a friend of a friend suggested me to go and join the band, and she called me up, and I've been talking to her here and there, like on and off, but nothing. Weren't like close friends or nothing like that. But she's a nice girl. But we're from the same sort of. I think she's like from. I think they're from like Leighton and stuff like that. I'm from like Bethnal Green.
Sweet.
And we're the same age. She's like born 1984. I'm born 83. So we're like sort of the same age. Had a lot in common. So I had a little chat. Yeah, she's cool.
Sweet.
Nice girl. Nice lady, should I say?
Nice.
You've been in 3 bands.
You've been in 3.
Yeah, first one was a band called Verax. The biggest we got to, I'd say, would be we got in a competition back in 2009 called Live and Unsigned, and we managed to go to the finals on a wild card and play at the O2 Arena.
Cool.
And I was 16. That was
you were 16 at the shit.
Yeah, I was 16. The rest of the members were all like in the mid 20s, early 30s.
How did you take it? Were you nervous? I can imagine being nervous.
To be honest, I was nervous, but I didn't see anything because of all the lights. And so but if I'm honest as well, I was kind of too young to really take in and appreciate just what I was doing. It was a little bit surreal. But like looking back on it now, yeah, that was crazy.
Nice.
Then after that, I got into a band called Half Infinity, and it was through the rhythm guitarist Kieran, and that's how I met Mr. 97.
Cool. Because fun fact, Kieran was training me up to be your bassist in secret.
Yeah.
Oh, hush, yeah. That type of stuff.
Scandal, limited everywhere.
You didn't have the best of luck with bassists, did you? You changed a couple of times.
Oh God. Oh, we had Bubbles, and then we had Danny Skit. He was singing and playing bass for a bit. Then we had Jack.
You said Bubbles there. I was thinking, how do you know Bubbles? Bubbles is next to where it's like a nightclub next to me.
The called Jizz.
Nice.
Jizz Bear. The lead singer was called Skip because he had schizophrenia. So he wanted to be called Skip. And there was Bubbles, the bassist, Kieran, the guitarist, and me, the drummer. And then I went to covers band when I was like in my early. And now I've been with Barrage from the start. But I do get to interview a load of cool bands, like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, nice.
I'm
Sweet.
starting to get big bands that Decapitated. That was thanks to Mr. Wood here, because his friend, one of my Polish friends, was went to school. I think was it that were Decapitated.
One of my best friends, Czech, he used to be in a Polish sign band called Skeptic, and they used to play with Decapitated and loads of a lot of the big Polish bands and stuff. And
Nice.
when Matt Checker said to me, "Oh, Decapitated playing, do I come with? Go and see my mates?" And yeah, I ended up coming down, and obviously, let Chip know about it, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get there."
Yeah.
So,
Straight round back because I'm
Fucking love to see Decapitated.
you what? Sorry,
I would love to see Decapitated live. I haven't seen them live yet.
yeah, would.
they were
Yeah.
incredible. And supporting them was Signs of the Swarm, and I got to interview David Siminovic, and I was just like, "Oh my god!" I did a little fangirl bit, and then after, dude, how we doing, man?
To be fair, I didn't interview him, but I met Dave Mustaine. That was like kind of my claim to fame, and I got him to sign me CD, and I was like just fucking shaking. Fucking love you, Dave. Just absolutely in panic. Everyone thinks he was a total dickhead, but personally, he's one of the nicest people in metal that I've met. Dave Mustaine. So
Dave Mustaine's a legend, man. I see him back in the 90s, and I was throwing ice at him, trying to get his attention. I was going, "Dave, I love you, man. You're God." I was about 15. And Godsmack was supporting. And the singer, Sully, he jumped and kicks me in the face with one of his big boots, So I ended up punching him in the head. And then after, when I see Dave Mustaine and that, and he come out, I was at the front row. I was trying to get his attention by throwing ice, because they give you ice in the front to keep you from overheating, give you ice water. So I had a bit of ice. I was going, "Dave," lobbing at him, like he's just laughing, like looking at me, going, "What a knob!" But he's a great guy.
fucking hell, love a nice Dave Mustaine. Jesus.
I'm surprised he didn't do like a judo chop to my head or something.
Just thinking some sort of like fly kick or something. Stop throwing shit.
No, he sort of acknowledged it. He acknowledged it because he gets a lot of shit, that geezer.
He does.
People throw things at him like shoes and sharp objects. I was just throwing like ice. Going, "Dave, like, I love you, man. Like, come and talk to me," sort of thing. But he was just so busy with his tech doing his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a small venue. It was a very small venue. What was that, Matty?
I think we all have a big soft spot for Dave Mustaine.
Well, he invented a whole genre, mate. He invented the thrash metal genre, in my eyes.
Yeah.
So, back to Buried by My Heartache. How would you describe the music that you typically create?
Loud.
Just loud.
Loud, fast, heavy, and sexy.
Melodic. Yeah.
Melodic metalcore.
Yeah.
We are dubbed, so we're with a management group called Unearthed Music.
Yeah.
And our manager has officially dubbed us Poundland Killswitch Engage. So that's how we started selling ourselves. And conveniently, one of our biggest hits with the fans is a cover of End of Heartache. So really add fuel to the fire. We might as well do a Killswitch cover, and so we're officially Poundland Killswitch Engage.
Poundland. It's about right, isn't it?
A guy who's in a band that Trivium from Wish.
That's going to be my tagline on YouTube, by the way, when I post this. This is Poundland Killswitch Engage. I'm going to use that, mate.
That's what I need to get
Hashtag it, though.
Because then Poundland Killswitch Engage gets me the real Killswitch Engage.
Imagine that supporting the real Killswitch Engage.
I would love that. Oh God.
I think we'd be too busy fanboying on the floor to actually play. It's like, guys, are you going on stage anymore? No, just no, come back later.
Sit there in just complete amazement.
I'll start my feet.
I'll be up there trying to jump around, jump on the mic with Jesse.
Well, he has a little side question, because we've had this numerous of times on this channel of which singer do you prefer for Killswitch, Jesse or Howard?
I might go towards more Howard, because I got into Killswitch. What Howard got in.
So that's a naughty question.
Naughty
Okay.
question.
It was a horrible question.
I would like to answer in two parts. Jesse suits Killswitch better, but Howard as an individual singer is better.
Yeah, of course he is.
Yeah, but Jesse suits Killswitch better in my.
Howard's done more stuff than Jesse.
And also,
Howard's got more of an operatic voice than Jesse.
what Howard?
Howard's got the power and the strength behind his voice, but Jesse, if you read into how Jesse writes, Jesse's a lot more emotional than he's a lot deeper.
I've always
like
preferred the Jesse era for Killswitch, but what I would love to see is Howard joins Killswitch on a full-time basis with Jesse and have a duo vocalist.
I've seen them do a thing together where they played together, which is nice. You know, I think it was like My Last Serenade or something, and it was Jesse and Howard together, and
I think that was Signal Fire, dude. Where it's almost like Howard's handing the band back over to Jesse.
Yeah,
this is like before as well. I don't know.
They covered like Fixation on the Darkness live with Jesse and Howard.
Oh.
So it was kind of like you say, it was kind of Jesse passing the torch to Howard, and then obviously Howard's had his stint for how many years, and then like you say, they've done the Signal Fire, and then in that video, it's like Howard, it's yours, take it back, sort of thing. But
they got a lot of respect for each other.
At the same time, Howard has appeared live on stage with them a few times.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So, because I remember when Howard was scheduled to tour with Jester on Bloodstock, and literally Killswitch was supporting Iron Maiden, and Steve Bruce personally flew Howard in to perform live at London with them.
Wow.
So after that, I've always had the thought maybe just Howard rejoins Killswitch on a full-time basis and have a dual singer with Jesse and Howard. Like Monkey said, it would be rather epic, because I think he's going to appear at Bloodstock personally.
Certainly rile the crowd up, wouldn't it? It would rile the crowd up like crazy.
It's a headline UK festival appearance. It's our first one for festival headlines. They'll want to do something special. How do you get a crowd going? You bring Howard, and they'll know that. So
it'd be nice.
Full album with Howard and Jesse. I think that'd be rather epic.
Just a bit. I think I'd just be a big pile of manges, I think, on the floor if that was it. That's all that.
Anyway, back to you guys, Buried by My Heartache. So, at the present moment, you've only got one EP, is that correct? Which is what we were listening to 3 songs earlier on, which is titled Heart-Shaped Grenades, which fantastic EP name, by the way. Absolutely.
Yeah, we've got a live demo on our website as well with 4 tracks on it, which was really officially released, but they're all there for some old stuff to people to listen to. So when we first all kind of just got going, so
that was released 2021 July, was that right?
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, what's the story behind Heart-Shaped Grenades?
Oh, Heart-Shaped Grenades, sorry.
So obviously it was obviously if you take away the original 4, it was the first 6 songs that we wrote as a group. I'm trying to remember. So it was actually Jazzy that came up with the title Heart-Shaped Grenades, and the idea was it's a constant explosion, hit after hit after hit, explosion after explosion. And it's based on the theme, like we said, like heartbreak and mental health and that kind of stuff. So that's where heart-shaped grenades came from, really. And then the artwork itself was designed by, hang on, where is he? He's on that side. Mr. Monkey. Yeah, so it was kind of like yes, we had the original 4, but they were sort of written by Chip and Jazz before we came in. These 6 were what we first worked on as a group, basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was our dip in the pond, if you will.
Sweet. I absolutely love Chains offered, by the way. Oh, went black screen there for a second. Don't know what happened there. Absolutely love Chains. It's probably one of my favourite songs on that EP. It was the song that we featured, which I believe was end of January, early February. It went down really well as well, I believe. So, and I've been listening to the EP all day. Well done, lads. Fantastic. Absolutely.
It's something crazy.
Crazy. Oh, come on then. How
May. That's all I'm going to say. May.
Oh, wait, no.
Well, it depends how you want to look at it. April, end of April, but also end of May.
There you go.
And is that going to be just a single release, or was that going to be the EP release?
Single in April, full EP in May.
Sweet. Well, if you send it to her, and we'll get it played for you on stream.
Mate, you're gonna
thank you.
Trust me.
Thank you, mate.
It's no worries whatsoever. So what was the writing process for Heart-Shaped Grenades? Did you all like get together in a band, as a band in a room and recorded? Who's helped with lyrics? Does it all just come from yourself, Monkey?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit a collaboration of all of us, really. To be fair, we get some lyrics from himself and Jazz, and then when we all strip it back as well, we all have a bit of a hand in it. To be fair, but obviously the main structure. It depends on how we do it. When one of us may have some lyrical ideas, and then we'll put music to that, or we might have a bit of a we might have a bit of a riff or something, and then we'll put lyrics to that way. But then it's all been the same throughout Heart-Shaped. That we kind of did that, and it is all full collaboration with all 5 of us. Because it's the easy way to do it, because otherwise it's it's one person's shoulders all the time that's going to do the lyrics or just doing that guitar part or doing that piece. But I think Heart-Shaped was very much of a collaboration with all of us, really.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
And were you all in the same room recording, or do you do it just from your own personal spaces at home?
We write. So if we come up with an idea, we sit and do it at home by ourselves, which that also sounds like a bit dodgy, but there you go. So we congregate in the room, and then like Joe will say, "Oh, by the way, I've got an idea for this riff," or Chip will say, "Oh, I've got an idea, but need you guys to play it." Or Monkey, it's like with Hypnotise. Hypnotise actually started with Monkey's lyrics. Monkey said, "Here's a bunch of lyrics," and then it turned into our tribute to Iron Maiden, basically.
Yeah.
With its lovely galloping. But yeah, so it kind of, like Monkey said, it really depends. It depends what we've got. I mean, you ask these guys, they constantly joke I've got about 3 albums worth of material, because I went through a period of just writing and writing.
You have, man.
It's just you got a book of songs.
It's hence why I've got the nickname Matty 7, because it was a play on Nicky Six and Mick Thompson from Slipknot. But yeah, so it's just basically we've always we've all got song ideas behind, like Jazzy with Whispered. He goes, "Oh, I've got an idea for this," and then that expanded, and Hypnotise was Monkey's vocals, and that expanded. Or Joe would just go, "Right, I'm just going to melt your faces for 5 minutes," because we're convinced Joe actually wrote Metallica's back catalogue, by the way, and just went back in time and gave them the rights to the songs. But yeah, so it's a bit of everything. So we'll just sit and have an idea, and then we'll go, "Oh, by the way, I've got this," and we just see what we can do with it, and then that's where the majority of our songs evolve from.
Cool. So when it came to the lyrics, Monkey, is it just yourself, or does everyone contribute to the lyrics?
I think we'd all do contribute.
I don't
to-
contribute to no lyrics.
You do.
apart from Joe, apparently. The majority of it is usually me and Jazz, but obviously if we've got something, then Jazz does back in with me with myself, and especially like for like Never Break Me. Jazz does a line for vocals, and then I'll come in with with the bit of loud call and answer. It's nice to actually have a backing singer. I've never had a backing singer before, but I don't think of him as a backing singer as well. I think him he's an extension of of what we do. So it's. It works really, really well that way. Obviously, some a lot of the other stuff like Chips come up with some lyrical ideas, which on some of the stuff. So, and also as well, I think it helps as well having us all kind of being semi-story writers and lyricists as well in our own right. That if I'm getting stuck, or Jazz getting stuck, or Chips getting stuck, especially if there's a beat or something like that, we can. So actually, is there a better way I could say this, or is there any phonetic way that I could say this? I mean, when I first joined Buried, I was very much of a thrashy kind of, that kind of ilk of a band, and then coming into with Buried more kill switchy, it was really alien for me to look at the lyrics where that Chip and Jazz were looking at lyrics. So I kind of fed off them two a little bit, and then add my flavour on top. So it's but yeah.
Any inspirations when it comes to lyrics? Do you is like a book or a phrase or something that maybe is, or do you just see something when you're out and about on your every day? Oh, that sounds like it could be a lyric. Do you write it down in like a notebook or your phone or something?
Yeah, it could be anything. It could be in the shower. It could be anywhere, really. I think it's and some and I do have kind of a handy knack when I can ad lib very easily. I think that just becomes longevity of being a singer. I think. So if we've got some random bit of a lick going off, I can just put random words in there. It doesn't mean anything, but at least I get that melody and I can take it away and I've listened to it later on and then really knuckle down and look at the lyrics and things.
Sometimes we do a thing where I'll do a working title, and then like Monkey or Chip or whoever will write lyrics to the working title or whatever, and that's another inspiration for us as well, isn't it?
Yeah, indeed, yeah, definitely.
I'm really sorry. I'm gonna have to shoot, guys.
No,
Yeah,
you can't do that.
Oh, right in the middle of the interview, he's got to leave. Disgraceful. He's got.
Sorry.
Watch. I'll have to readjust the layout in a second.
I'm really sorry, man.
I understand
Unbelievable.
you've got to be up for work in a couple hours, so I totally understand.
Yeah, you get some rest, Chip.
Love you guys. See you later.
Take care, mate.
Watch what you're doing. Take care, man. Right. Oh, right. So I have to do some adjusting because the layouts have gone all skew with.
There's always one guy in there.
Ah, there's always
one.
There's always one. It's all right. Like I say, I understand he's got to be at work.
Yeah,
Life of a truck driver.
it is what it is, isn't it?
Exactly. It is exactly what it is. So, where were we at? I've lost my total train of thought.
I ain't got nothing in my teeth, have I?
Yeah, I think you're good, mate.
I don't want to be smiling.
Sure.
Got some chicken biryani sticking out of it.
We need to zoom in on Joe. See if he's got it in his teeth. No, you're good, mate. You're good.
All good.
So yeah, inspiration. That's where we were coming out, weren't we? So
Yeah. All inspiration. Ooh.
Yeah. Inspiration. I think it just it either becomes from either a thing that you've got that's happened in your life, or or it could be just a story that's been looming in your head. Again, like Joe said, it can come from a title. Think, oh yeah, this is a cool title for a track, and then we can kind of play with it, and then we can play the lyrics around it.
Yeah. So, do any of the songs come from like personal experiences, or?
most of them, to be fair, most of them do come from personal experiences, and I think that's part of the ilk of the band as well. You know, because we've all been through either life changing things, either stems from relationships or down to mental health. So, and they're not like Whispers. It's a mental health song, and that we, on the delivery, I think we do put a thing at the end of it. Shouldn't nobody needs to struggle, and always find somebody, because we've all suffered with mental illness at some point in our lives, and all still going through it. And I think that's what also makes us fantastic musicians, because we can put our heart into our song, and that's our outlet. End of the day, and that's where we all come from.
Well, we're tapping into that valve that to let us steam, a pressure valve when we do our music and whatever lyrics, monkey and jazzy do. So
excellent. It gives you like a more of a deeper meaning as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And big respect for the mental health shout as well, because I'm a big advocate for that. Do you know what I mean? So I'm one half of the. I'm not sure if you've come across it yet, but one half of the War Inside My Head mental health podcast, where we raise awareness and stuff, and like, so big shout for that, for doing that.
Thank you.
So.
You too. Big shout to you too.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It mainly started because of my bro Omi. He wanted to do something like that. So, and when he asked us if I would do it with him, I couldn't say no. So, it's an absolute fantastic cause.
Yeah.
So I do believe he's also part of Metal to the Masses.
Yes.
How is that going at the minute?
We got through our first round. Yay! So we're into semi-finals now, aren't we? So
we packed the place in the nicest respect. I mean, the other two bands were fantastic, So as the day burns, they're like us, they're very metalcore based. And there was Dead Moths, who were a bit more of a hardcore punk. A lot of concerns about how he was swinging the mic around. A lot of people were stepping back because obviously, really getting into the hardcore punk style, swinging the microphone around. You get people going like this and all that. But both really good bands. But we had a brilliant time. It was probably our best performance at the Tap and Tumbler, to be honest with you. In Birmingham. So we got through, and we're, like I say, 20th of May. We're back to the Tap and Tumbler. Obviously, as soon as we know more details, we share it on social media. We're always sharing that kind of stuff on social media. But it's, there's some interesting competition this year, to say the least. We sort of monitor it because we like to just have a nosy at what bands are playing and what styles that we're up against, and our manager's band is actually in the running this year as well. So
that's quite interesting.
Yeah, he did say he was very worried that we're about playing against us, didn't he?
Yeah,
he's both in the semi-finals.
Yes.
I like Joe's comment. He should be worried.
Both in the semis, or do you think he's all meet in the finals? Is that how it'll go?
Well, to be honest, it'd be great if we could or both get to the finals. That'd be great. I mean, it'd be even better if we both managed to get through and play the event. But we'll
sometimes happens, to be honest with you. Like the winner normally, obviously they'll go through and play Bloodstock, but there'll be a band that might catch one of the judges' eyes, and they'll give them a spot. So like Cass and Tefra won Metal to the Masses last year of Newcastle, but yet Boz, who was part of that, and I believe Vulgar Dissection, who are also part of it, they all went. So obviously they caught the eyes of the judges and still went. So like I say,
there's a lot of chances there, isn't there, to get through.
If you make an impression, if you make the impression, and if they'll see that that you're working your asses off basically, which they'll see, then you could still get to go to Bloodstock. Do you know what I mean? Play on the Jägermeister stage, or like I say, another shot on the new Blood stage.
Blood stage, sure.
Have you been to Bloodstock before?
No, I've never been.
No.
It's always been one of those things I'd love to go, but just the big problem with festivals like that is just, well, the big problems is the distance and the cost. They can be just so pricey.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to have gone to a download this year, don't get me wrong, because I went back in 2009. And I would love to have gone this year, but it's just so, this cost is just so much. That's the problem, you know. But yeah, I think Chip's planning on going either way. If we get through or not, he's planning on going. But yeah, so it'd be great to go. If we could go, it'd be brilliant. Chance of a lifetime, really.
Yeah.
Should I say?
I mean, I'd like to. I hope you get through because I'm a
Thank
tenant.
you.
I'm a tenant Bloodstock, so it'd be good to meet in person. You know, have a beer
Yeah,
and
that'd be
catch
great,
us live, of course.
yeah, just bring you
Yeah,
up on
do
stage.
come
Now,
through.
Because
do anything vocally. Just
I
hit say
think
hello.
because I'm not sure if you've seen, but there's been quite a few bands that's dropped out. So my plan for this year is pretty much going to that New Blood stage for the majority of the weekend and check out.
Who dropped out? How come they dropped out?
No, Non-Point have dropped out. Devil Driver's dropped out.
Really?
Yeah.
Devil Driver.
Well,
Devil dropped out because Des is basically suffering from effects of COVID and he's struggling to breathe. So he recovered, luckily, but his doctors have said that he can't fly because it will affect his breathing. So he's decided to graciously drop out until he can recover.
Fair enough. That's fair enough.
As well, though, I'm not sure if you've heard, but Non-Point are on tour, obviously in the States during Bloodstock. And guess if I'm not sure if you're aware, but who else is on that tour with Non-Point? Cold Chamber.
Oh yeah, there's his band again, isn't it?
So Cold Chamber, who's a part of Devil Driver, like you've just said, is on tour with Non-Point when Non-Point was supposed to be playing at Bloodstock. So
it makes sense now.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what the full situation is, but yeah. So there's two bands. Whitechapel, I believe, pulled out a while back as well.
Yeah,
couldn't make it anymore. So you know what I mean? They're pulling in new bands, but to me that Abeth, the way I pronounce the name. It's just not for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean
black metal scene.
Yeah, the problem. I mean, the big problem again with festivals like this is we all know. I mean, we've all seen it that these bigger bands are doing smaller and smaller shows because again, it's the cost of everything. Everything's going up. I can't remember which band it was, but one band basically came out and said the fans were getting confused as to well, every time you announce it, you're only doing 2 or 3 dates. What's going on? And they said, well, it's just you've got to think about that. It's the cost of the crew. It's the cost of everything that comes with it. It's the cost of petrol and fuel over here. It's the cost of funding the band. I think it was like Rammstein, for example. They said they really had to cut back on costs because of the fact that as we all know, they're pyromaniacs. Well, the fuel costs are going through the roof, so it's costing them more to do that. But if it means they're putting more in the show, which is what they want to do for fans, they're going to have to reduce the amount of dates because they can't afford to pay for the venues to have them on, or however they all do it. So,
and then don't forget, we've discussed this quite a few times here. That venues are taking 15 to 25% on merch as well, aren't they? So
yeah, I mean, for a band like us, there was a big thing. Obviously, that came out, and there was a big thing like for a band like us, where we're very self-funded. We don't go up to the bar and say, "Can we have 15% of your bar tips for the night?" Why, in the nicest sense, why should venues be allowed to tip in, put their hand in our merch funds and merch sales when we've paid for it ourselves? It shouldn't be done like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So we'll just sell them outside. We'll just sell the t-shirts outside the venue.
I can't think which band it is, and one of the bands has actually started doing that. They deliberately
Malevolence did it in Italy. I don't know if you've seen it. Malevolence were in Italy on tour, and basically they literally bootlegged their own shirts. They literally just got a couple of washing lines and some metal poles just to prop it all up outside their tour bus.
That's it.
Just literally. But going forward, I mean, it'd be worth just taking pre-orders online on your own website. Taking pre-orders if you announce a tour, tell the venue we're not selling shirts or anything or merchandise at your venue, and then you just put pre-orders out on your show, like on your website. Sorry, before you go out on the road. And then obviously you're going to take the full cost then, aren't you? Well, obviously it depends who's making the shirts for you, but
But I mean, either way, they shouldn't be. I mean, like I said, it's like we've discussed it in Jazzy. Like Jazzy was one of the first people to say it. We don't go behind the bar and go give us 15-20% of your bar tips because we played the show, so we should be entitled to it.
Yeah,
doesn't work like that. You know what I mean?
You're totally right. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Anyway, but we're getting off track again. We're getting off track.
Yeah.
But we're coming up close anyway to pretty much my last question anyway. Before we turn it over to the viewers, and that's when we'll get really weird. What else have you got coming up in the future for Buoyed by My Heartache?
Just constantly, we're constantly writing. So we're already, we've the music that we're releasing soon. We're already working on the next stage, and we're just constantly writing. Our manager is just doing his best in the background to get us gigs. So we've got a mini tour coming up in June. So we're playing the Unearthed Festival on June the 4th. With I don't know if you know who I mean, but we're the headline for that day is Chuggaboom. No,
not aware of them. I'll be honest with you.
They're quite a good band. They're one of these. I think it's the 5 or 6 piece, but they wear the masks and they got some good songs on their roster. But we're playing with them, and then for that weekend we're doing a mini tour. So we're playing in Leicester on the Friday, Rotherham on the Saturday, and then we're playing Derby on the Sunday.
My voice is going to be shot on Sunday.
Yeah, we're going to. I mean, because we all complain we ache and we're old, and we're all going to be sat there on the Sunday just in wheelchairs, just wheel us on the stage, and we'll play it, and then wheel us off again. So we've got that. We've got the second Metal to the Masses on the 20th of May. We're playing a local festival, the Willow Festival in Peterborough on 22nd of July, which is a big one. I mean, for a start, that's a big one for us because it's local. But it's also big because when we were younger, the Willow Festival was the festival in the area. So they're pushing. They're going to have 170 bands over 3 days, over 70 stages. So quite a big one for us as well. So it's just constantly writing.
And then obviously we've got the single drop for April, and obviously the EP for May, hopefully.
Yeah. So that's all on schedule. So keep your eyes posted on the old social media. And
fingers crossed that you get through to Metal to the Masses and you win that bad boy. I wish you all the best of luck for that. But if not, you'll have to try and get closer to Newcastle. So I'm not sure if you've played the tune yet, but we got
a Newcastle band called Killanova.
Yes, and someone's dropped.
No,
Joe's gone. Joe's gone now. Killanova, yes, Killanova, awesome. I think he's returned. He's back.
Yeah.
He's
returned. It was really random. I went to see Slayer with my old drummer and my old guitarist when they did their last tour thing up in Newcastle, and I ended up just meeting this random chick, and we're like, "Oh, are you three in a band?" And we're like, "Yeah, we're drummer and guitarist and singer and stuff." And I said, "Oh, right, okay, cool. Oh, I'm in a band called Killanova." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll keep out for you." So they played Nottingham quite a few times as well. So I keep missing them though, unfortunately.
Keep an eye out because I've got an EP dropping in May. 5th of May, which is going to be absolutely fantastic as well. And Ellen, I'm guessing, is the one who you met. She's absolutely
Ellen, yeah. I've got a banter with her. Yeah, she was a good laugh.
She's absolutely hilarious, brilliant. Oh, that's excellent. A bit of Killanova, sweet. Yeah. But I'll be brilliant if you're gonna get on a little show with them.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, it'd be great to see her again. We don't speak very often, but yeah, it'd be great to see her again.
Oh, we'll have to try and do like sort of something, a group chat or something. I believe she's in our Discord as well, so we'll be able to try and put something together and see if we can get that little show in Newcastle or even somewhere like in the middle. Do you know what I mean? If I want to travel, I'm not sure what's close to what would be technically classed as the middle between Newcastle and where you guys are based, but I'm sure we can work something out.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Sweet. So it's time.
Who's this for? Sorry, I missed it.
You missed it. Killanova, Newcastle-based band.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just talking about trying to get you boys up to Newcastle sometime.
Mm.
That sounds lovely.
For sure. Right.
Have a Nuki Brown with you.
Yeah. New Italian. Wait, but it's time for the viewers' questions. This is where we have a tendency to get a little bit weird from time to time. So
That's all. We weird. We don't mind. Oh,
we don't mind it. he's gone again.
hang on. I
As you-
dropped my phone. Can you see me?
Oh, we can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
as you
Oh.
can tell,
While we
Not
wait,
our best
while we wait for everyone to type, just a little side question: albums, EPs, or singles? Which one do you prefer? Because there's a whole change in in the music industry. Some people are just moving to just releasing singles every now and then. So, what's your thoughts? Do you prefer a full album, an EP, or
Well, as a band making it,
yeah, well, just a band in general?
now I prefer just making EPs.
Mhm. And as
Because
a
of
fan, so as a fan, from a fan's point, then would you say like, do you prefer? Would you prefer to purchase a full album? an
when I
EP?
was younger and it was like you go in HMV or Virgin, I'd love to just get a full album or whatever. But now, oh bollocks! Excuse me, sorry.
Different problems there, dude.
Yeah, I've lost circulation in my hand. I can't hold my phone, and basically now, yeah, you can buy it all online and stuff, and singles are easier, I suppose, and EPs are easier.
Mm.
That's just
I-
my opinion. That's just my opinion.
I mean, I like singles as a teaser towards an EP or an album. I like EPs because it's that nice in between that you get whilst you're waiting for an album to come out or something. But I do like a full album because I like just having a nice mixture of songs over a 10-track album, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do gravitate to albums. To be fair, or there'll be like a couple of tracks that I'll probably just put on repeat, mainly because I like the vocal style or something like that. And I'll sing along to it. But majority, if I'm doing the housework, yeah, I like to stick an album on. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to buy a full album, or I like to like whatever. But as making music as a band, cost effectively, like it's easier to just do singles and EPs. But I would love to be able to have the fundage to make full albums. That'd be great. That'd be amazing.
Well, the classic question has been answered. What's your Greg's order?
Sausage roll.
The sausage roll, just the classic sausage roll.
Just the classic. Or if I'm feeling really frisky, I'll get one of them chicken char grills.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about, didn't you?
no, I do.
Yeah,
Greg's
one of them chicken char grills.
Greg's has met in the tune, mate. So we know all about Greg. So
it's got to be a traditional sausage roll or one of their pizza slices, and it's got to be the toffee donut with the curls on it. Oh, I love those.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I have to be the odd one out. I'm going to be the odd one out. I don't go to Greg's.
You don't go to Greg's?
We did have a Greg's, but it got shut down in Bourne because they changed the garage to. They changed it to a Shell garage, and they took the Greg's out of it, so there's no Greg's in there now. Sad face.
Yeah, I live in a sleepy village, and we've got a decent butcher's, so they do some fantastic sausage rolls in the butchers in the village. So I used to go there. So sorry, Greg.
That's fair enough.
Is the butcher called Greg?
Yeah, that's a good point. Is the butcher called Greg? It's a fantastic question, Joe.
Thank you.
I'll ask Pete his name. Yeah.
Oh, Pete.
Question from Samus Grove, 1989. What music do you boys like?
Oh my God! Everything.
Korean pop. We're big. We don't show it, but we're big Korean pop fans. We're all about it.
I like classical music. I like a bit of dance music as well. I like stuff like David Guetta, a bit of Robin Thicke. Some of the pop. I'm a pop Yeah, I like pop artists and stuff, but I'm a
Nice.
huge metalhead, obviously. You know?
Nice. You'll love what we do here. Every 100 followers we do Metalheads Go Pop, where my wife takes over the stream, and it's just like 4 hours of just the ultimate of cheesy songs. We did it last Friday. We kind of went off the wheels a little bit and just played some weird shit, but it's always a good laugh. There's a fine question from Bags for Dice. Ultimate pop song to cover.
Oh, so many.
I've never been a big pop fan, to be honest with you. So
Right, that's it.
There's so many. There's just too many.
Say goodbye to Monkey, folks.
A lot of people cover Gaga, don't they? Like what was it, Bad Romance and things like that. They'll cover things like that.
One pop song we were actually going to attempt years ago was Ariana Grande's song.
Yeah.
I can't remember for the life of me. I can't remember which one it was, but we never really got around to doing it. We kept playing with the idea and we kept teasing the idea.
God is a woman, is it or something?
I can't remember. It's one of those songs. I don't know Ariana Grande's back catalogue. I'm afraid I don't know anything about her. But if I heard it, I'd know it. And for ages we were on about doing it, and we were saying like, if we did a music video, we'd all dress up as Ariana Grande and really go the full whack. But it never came to fruition. I don't know why.
Maybe it's for
Ariana Grande with a beard. Work that one out.
Ariana Bearday.
I think I'd like that.
Ariana Grande beard, because grande means large, doesn't it?
So we've got Peretti Party, who's it's a two-parter. So to each member, do you prefer crunchy or smooth peanut butter? And part 2, do you walk the dog after it rains on Wednesday because purple?
Smooth. And no, I walk the dog on Tuesday because of green.
I don't know what the second question means, but I like both peanut butters. I don't like to discriminate.
What were you
I
saying?
love them both equally. Smooth and crunchy.
I'm going for smooth, and and then the other one, walk the dog, only because the hippopotamus flew away with a carpet.
What does that mean? I'm confused. What does that answer mean? All right, I walk the dog because he doesn't know shit everywhere.
Peretti Party, I think you're going to have to explain what you mean. Do you walk the dog after it rains on Wednesday because purple?
Is that a joke? I don't. I'm missing something.
It could. So it could be because I'm not sure. I know he's from America, so it could be. That's something I'm not sure. I'll be bluntly honest with you.
You've probably lost on the English years, isn't it?
Something that us Brits didn't understand.
I see.
Well, we'll wait for Peretti to type if he's still here. Beale, best and worst gig.
Tap and Tumbler recently. I think that's got to be our best gig today.
Yeah, I agree.
I think personally the worst one was the one we played in our home city of Peterborough. So we got booked on to do a tour, and the 2 bands that we toured with were Cardinal X and Voltstorm. They were fantastic, absolutely brilliant
band, cracking bunch of lads as well.
So for that, just a little side note in regards to those 2 bands, Voltstorm and Cardinal X. If you like your proper old school power sort of power like the proper old school Iron Maiden and Judas Priest, that's your kind of music. Yeah, they're really we've been dying to get back on stage with them again. So basically we did a mini tour. We did 2 dates with them. We did Peterborough and Cambridge, and basically we just had all kinds of issues with the venue. The sound was at one point Jazzy's amp was playing the national races.
Yeah, the Grand National came through his amp. I thought, what the hell was going on? And a taxi cab service was coming through. It's like, what?
Holy shit.
For real.
And then the sound system was having issues because Voltstorm were using they had a laptop and they had sound effects coming through, and the guy was struggling to get the laptop to hook up, and it was causing delays and everything was pushed back, and so it wasn't you know, an advertisement was a bit poor, to be honest. We also found out something not long after about someone that worked at the venue, and that just put us off for life. Basically,
Never
we
going
weren't.
there again. Never going there again.
Fair enough.
So I think personally, I think the lads hopefully will probably will agree. I think that's the worst gig we've had, the Peterborough one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one.
Which is
go on, continue.
I was just going to say it's a shame because the venue. Oh, hello. There we go. It's
Don't
a
plug
shame.
the venue. Don't give them any recognition.
No,
Leave it.
I'm not going to name the venue, but it's a shame because the venue that we played at was one that we all had on our list for years, and just
Yeah.
after that one experience, we all just voted. We straight away we looked at each other and said, "Not again. We're not playing there again."
100%.
Wow. There we have it. There we have it. Peterborough, folks. There we go. Bags for Dice on fire with these questions tonight. Does anyone have a diva dressing room? like a diva dressing room must have?
A diva dressing room must have.
That must have.
That guy.
A diva dressing room must
We
have.
don't have a dressing room.
Well, I have to have at least one beer before I go on stage. At least one.
At least one. And one then turns into too many.
No, I don't really drink anymore, to be honest, but I have to have something to calm my nerves before I go on. And then after that, what do I drink, lads? You see me. I drink water pretty much all night, don't I?
Yeah.
To be fair, Joe, what I actually see is I see you with a beer, and then I see you just pull out a ham sandwich from your bag, and you're just happy in your
exactly.
ham sandwich on the stage.
There's a pizza, and then there's a full Chinese food menu. And,
Yeah, so I'll have a pint, and then I'll like get off the stage, and I'll have like water. Then I'll pull out the sandwich, watch all the other bands, and maybe if I fancy another one, and I'm not driving, which is 9 times out of 10, I'm lucky that the boys come and get me, bless them. I'll have another cheeky beer, but I don't really drink anymore, to be honest. But that is a must-have. I have to have at least one pint just to calm my nerves before I go on.
So Peretti Party has just messaged. What he means is he's medicated still from a tooth removal, and he's goofy as fuck. So that's what he means.
Yes.
That's fair enough.
No, well, I've never had any of my teeth removed ever. I've got all my teeth, and I'm 40 years old. Nearly.
Do I have any more questions before we say
Sorry,
goodnight to Buried by My Heartache? Is that a question, Bags for Dice? So when you play Wembley, they need a platter of sandwiches.
No, they don't need a platter. They need an all-you-can-eat buffet.
yeah, all you can eat buffet. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
There
just
we
for Matty 7.
Matty just looking at what he's having.
Sorry,
This is all for me. What he's having.
Yeah. The guys will come over with a plate, and I'll just growl at them. You think this is for you?
Must admit, there is one for myself. I before I go on stage, I don't eat at least about 4 hours before I go on stage. And trying to sing on top of food and jump around on top of food, it's bound to come up at some point.
Yeah, just imagine as you're about to start singing "We Are the Dead."
Yeah.
Anyway, carrying on.
Who's carrying?
You're out there, dude.
Oh, that's absolutely brilliant. I'm not sure. Joe seems to be having some technical issues.
Yeah, we're not the best cameramen in this band. The only good one is Monkey. The rest of us are just like, hey, what?
Yeah, I was going to say Monkey's the only one who hasn't had any issues.
Dear.
So Peretti Party, who was like I say, he's an American-based streamer. He's got a massive following. He's going live himself tonight, and he's asked which video would you like for him to showcase tonight, because he's going to play one of your tracks tonight.
Oh, fantastic!
Well, the two best videos we've got on our YouTube would either be the official video for Hypnotized or the live video for Cursed by the Flame.
You get that, Peretti? There we go. Hopefully he's caught that, and yeah, that'll be played on his channel later on.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're coming
very
to.
much, man.
I think we're coming to an end. I don't think we're getting any more questions coming through. So, guys, thank you very much. It's been an absolute laugh.
Yeah, thanks for having us, mate.
It's a shame Chip couldn't stay around a bit longer.
Bless him.
I can't hear anybody. My phone's gone funny, so I'm gonna say see you later.
Well, we're ending anyway, so no worries.
Oh, you're back to normal.
We're back to normal.
It
Right,
works.
it works again.
You can't go now.
Oh.
Got you forever.
No, it's yeah, guys. Thank you so much for doing this, man. I really appreciate it.
No, it's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
No,
Honestly,
not a
cheers.
worries. Hopefully, when you get that new track released, please send it our way, and we'll get that played on this channel for you.
Oh,
Yeah,
wicked. Thank you.
Yes.
No worries.
Yeah, just
That'd
keep
be
watching our socials and stuff, and hopefully we'll people shall be notified in due course.
Excellent.
By
Well,
which we mean we're going to just break into your house and go listen to the new song. We will find out your address. We will kick the door down and we will play it in front of you until you're bored of it. Then we'll move on to your neighbour's house.
fair enough.
We'll just go down the street until everybody's heard it.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, be like a political campaign.
And this is where everyone in my Discord now empties because they didn't want you to try and find that geolocations. Brilliant. Well, it's been an absolute laugh, man. I absolutely loved it.
No, thanks for having us.
Everyone who's watching live right now, this will be on YouTube. You can watch it back if you want to watch it again. I'm hoping I'll get straight onto that after this stream. Lads, if you're not in any kind of rush, we're going to be playing some tunes if you want to hang around. Got a couple of surprise releases to be played tonight, so if you want to hang around, if more than welcome to.
I'm gonna have to go. I've got some errands to run for the wife, so I've got to go.
Totally understand. Totally understand. Like I say, if only if you guys are free. So yeah, everyone hang around. They've been Buried by My Heartache. Awesome lads. Go and check out their EP, Heart Shaped Grenades. It's on Spotify. I imagine it's all on YouTube and all streaming platforms. So yeah, go and check that bad boy out. Fantastic. I personally recommend Chains because that's my favourite song.
Exactly right. Cheers, man.
No worries. So take care, everyone,
Cheers,
and
buddy.
we'll
It's
see you
funny again.
all soon.
So,
Right.
Good night,
Thanks a lot,
guys.
mate.
Thank you.